Okay, I got the two transfers. I'll show you what they look like up against there. Matches pretty well this direction. Whoops. I'll remove a little more right on the back side, right there. But I've increased the transfer size to double. I've doubled the transfer size on the intake. Just a little bit too early to run my power tools. It's 8 o'clock in the morning here in Colorado. But what I'll do, take more down there, clean up the patchwork. Put it together like that and try and match them both together. Just like bam, that. What I'd like to build is a piece that holds these two together. Let's work on that. That'd be cake. I have a piece of scrap aluminum here somewhere. A couple pieces of scrap aluminum will work just fine, I think. An old spacer. Let me go to my spacer graveyard. Ha. Just like that. And I'll try and get them to both match. But that's work for when it is not so early in the morning. Let's go to this one. Push! Come on, push! Okay, give me the copper. Try not to fuck it up. Baby is way in there. Flip it over. And they fit tight in the cases, dude. And that's too big. Feed it. You talk about a nice tight fit. That's a nice tight fit. Okay, let's work on the clippers. I'll beat that out later. Okay, that's how that's going to go. Open it up. Nope. Got any questions, just holler. That bearing's locked up. That's trash. I'll use it as a beat tool. Nope, too big. Hey, thank you for the thumbs up. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so fucking much. So much. Let's see what we got here. Let's do this one. Let's work on this one. This is a 50 millimeter one ring. And it's got, it's rough right there. I gotta change the, it's got a ZAE 80 in it. Let's repair the two studs. Stud here has to be repaired, and the stud right there has to be repaired. So I have a buddy that has to do some stud repair, so I told him I'd show him how I do stud repair. Here's the two studs that need to be repaired. Maybe I can get you a better angle. This is when I used to use aluminum and not threads. I would actually just heat up the rod, pound them in, and that was it. But let's fix it. Okay. I think I'll drill it and tap it. Drill it out to M8. I could do M8. I could go deeper also. Let's split the case. Everybody enjoys when I split a case, right? All right, a question, Serge. What's up, Serge? Let me get the thing off. Let's talk, Serge. In the old days, before I had threaded screws, I would heat 5/16 rod up really hot and pound it in there. You're the friend? Oh my gosh, Serge. Wow. Okay, Serge, how's yours going, Serge? How's your repair going? Did you tap out the M8? Did you tap out? Tap out, buddy. Tap out. Did you tap out? What'd you do? Let's pull this. Let's pull a circlet. Also, he's running a one ring Husqvarna piston in his also for the wider skirt. If you wanted to widen out the intakes, I would suggest using hay. If you want to go wider than this to there on the exhaust side from here to here, then you want to use a wider skirt to make sure you don't get a leak. Let's pull a circlet. Yes, that's what you have, dude. You have a Husqvarna one ring in your Stihl 38. You didn't know that? How about that, huh, Serge? Yes, you do. Can you run that? I don't know. Did you run it? Did it run? Is that feasibly possible? Some guy was telling me that an engine can't be built without timing numbers today. I was like, what? I was like, what do you think they did before they invented the wheel? A timing wheel. They just sat around and did nothing. The Husqvarna, they're the hardest pins to pull. They don't have the release sometimes I'll grind the release into them. Yeah, 49 per hour. Just imagine if you had a one built for that piston, a cylinder built for the piston. Huh. Okay, now just spin it and try and find my tail. Get my glasses on. I brought them down. Get my looking glasses on so I can take a really good look at it. And let's find the tail. If the tail ever touches the tip, you have to cut it, or that baby will pop every time. That's a good thing to remember, guys. Okay, got it here. I'm just gonna work it out by the pin side. I hate it when they pop and they go across the rim, though. It's always sucky. That's why I try and grab one end with the hemostat, so when it does pop, it doesn't go like crazy. Oh, wow. Yeah. Wow and wow. That's right. Into the, there's the end of the tail. I see it now. I thought I did. That thing is just really freaking in there. I'm gonna have to pull it by the pin. Come on, baby. Oh, there we go. Not the best way to do it by pulling it from this piece, but the tail was so long it was practically touching. And I even cut the tail. That's a cut tail. You ever hear me cut your tail? That's what I'm talking about. Is when this ring, if this ring touches, it's all magnetic, but if this ring touches that piece right there, it's guaranteed to pop out. If it doesn't touch, you're cool. But if it does touch, you have to cut the thing. And you have to cut it more for Husqvarna than any other cylinders. I don't know why. Let's remove the ring. And let's repair the case. There's the ring. Here is, let's check out my sleeve. Stainless steel sleeve. We're looking for imperfections, bearing pops. We're looking for the sleeve, and it is freaking perfect. It is so smooth, and now it works. This bearing, if you run a sleeve long enough, you'll be able to fit a larger sleeve in there. And then the larger you go, the closer you are to the right gudgeon bearing or pin bearing. So I'll run it until it makes the pin wide enough and smooth enough to fit a real gudgeon bearing. What? That's crazy talk, Brad. Yes. Yes, it is. Okay, this on this side, I'm running crushed copper to hold the magnet. And I'm pretty sure it had a stripped screw. So what I did is I spaced it out with copper to repair the thread, so I didn't feel like tapping it again. I think I already did tap it once or twice, and I didn't feel like it. I'm using the wrong size thing, of course. That's a quarter. Quarter fits an M6, but then gets stuck. Like that. And it's not good for your shit. But I love twisters. Hi, how's it going, Dred? How is Thailand this morning? Or I mean, this evening. Anything good going on in Bangkok tonight? I'll bet there is. So I want to go. Oh, it was raining in Bangkok, but that's like the it's like when it's raining there, it's supposed to rain like no other place, right? Is it monsoon weather? I love it. Yeah, that's funny. Really? Because I heard the rain's supposed to be like no other rain in Thailand. Is this true? Okay, it is the monsoon season. Uh, and you don't like it? I heard you get every kind of rain and everything during that season. And for some reason, somebody was telling me don't vacation during monsoon season or something. Like, don't go during monsoon. The only reason I know monsoon is because on Gilligan's Island, they had a monsoon. Oh, it's a pattern. Well, at least you could figure it out. I mean, most places you can't figure it out. Here's the repair on the sprockets or on the CDI surge. Yours had a busted ground onto the horseshoe. An easy sign that you have a magneto not ground is it will start to blacken on one side, or one side of the thing will look darker than the other. And it's a good sign that it wasn't grounded to the horseshoe. And why you want to ground to the horseshoe is for better ohms or for better voltage. I hate those stupid sleeves. Hit it right here. You place extra solder here and here and replace that wire. I mean, this one's pretty good, and they double coated the solder and let the solder go all the way across. So I left that one. That's actually one that they did pretty well. Let's test it though. Let's grab a tester. I know I'm 17 minutes in. I haven't done anything besides look at shit, but that's my life. Put the tester on. Let's test the magneto and see how good it is right now. Got one to the black. Doesn't matter. You go black, blue with ohms. Ohms has no direction. Diodes do. 3.22. Pretty freaking average. Let me try and get off of the leads and try not to become part of the circuit. 3.25. That's very, very average. Very average. You missed the States. Yeah. Okay, well, jump the border like everybody else. Just kidding. Just kidding. Please don't hate mail me for that. It was just a joke, man. It was just a joke. Trump guys will get after me for everything. Okay. Let's keep splitting the case further. I missed the States too, but it was the weirdest things I missed when I was in Europe. It's like I missed all the weird stuff. And I was trying the aluminum bolts onto this. I really like using aluminum bolts here. I was real surprised that I liked them. I was like, damn, I like these. Try the new. New Allen, new hex wrench. It is the first bolted ever turn. M6, Inklet USA, hardest Allen wrench they make, in my terms. The balance this dial is the best right here. The balance is perfect on this. I mean, this is the nicest Allen in the world, I think. I really like these. These are great. That's cool. You're finally going to get your engine, huh? That didn't take 3 months. That's awesome. Something must have hurt his scheduling where he could actually build people's engines. I wonder what that was, huh? Sorry, inside joke. I'm Andy Kaufman of the Gas Bikes. Always doing inside jokes where only one or two people get it. I'm glad. Yes, he always posts that. I have Ken's engine, and I'll be breaking it down for you guys. If you guys want to see the inside of Ken's engine, just tell me that's what you want to see, and I will break the engine down and show you how it's made if you care to know. I don't know if you guys care to know. I was planning on selling it or something because I don't want it anymore. Just bad memories. I'll take it to the races, of course. So there is my ball bearing out of the clutch. What you want to check with these is always, this is a carbon rod. I don't have to check that. This rod is harder than a ball bearing, and that is so rare to have a substance harder than a ball bearing, because how a ball bearing is made, you should Google it sometime, how a ball bearing is made. It's interesting. I won't bore you guys with stuff I like though. 13 millimeter on the magnet. I always like to take these off first because I like to trap the bearing on the cog on the other side with a penny. Let's see what kind of pennies I got. I got pennies. We're good. Okay, I like to use the spark plug wrench to remove it. This is just a aluminum rod that I jammed in there to make it. You should always tighten this bolt too. After you tighten your spark plug with this tool, which won't fit NGK plugs, but if you have the one that's double and fits both sides, you'll want to open up your clutch cover and make sure this is tight. And how you make these tight enough to fit is you just get your vice grips or needle nose vice grips and pinchy, 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 and then it'll fit tight enough. Okay, there's your screw. Let's see how hard it is going to be to pull that. Not very hard. Let's get a puller. Which puller do I want to use? Let's see if I. Can't really remember if I widened it out far enough to pull it with this or not. I don't think I did. I'm like, oh, I just have to grind it just enough, a little bit further to be able to pull it. But it's pulling it now, and that's how I pull them. But I need to grind this one a little more so it fits in the middle. Yeah, it's got to go right there. It has to go in just like that. So I need to grind that side right there. Make it fit. There is my cog, 3 millimeters wide, so that means it's 415 chain and not that. Let's remove this and put it on a separate magnet just for this vehicle or engine. There we go. Let's pop the clutch. Well, before I pop the clutch, let's take this off. Oh, let's try on my giant screwdriver. Just lying around here somewhere. Let's jam a penny in there. And let's take this screw off. Always when you take the screw off, you want to check your threads. If your thread is not good, you want to replace this. You do not want to put a strip screw in there because eventually it will strip those threads in there, and you don't want that, man. You're not going to have a good time. You strip those threads, you're not going to have a good time. A washer, you can bend these up. Let's see if I can get my puller around that. I doubt it. Threads look real nice though. Oh, let's pull that. Coarse thread. They make them in two different kinds, the fine thread and the coarse thread. I'm pretty sure that's the coarse thread. I'll double check though. No, it's that thread. 22 millimeter and a 14. What you guys are gonna want. Too cool. It's probably on the table because I don't see it in my drawer. What would you do if you couldn't find the 14 millimeter in the other? Use a wrench, or use a vice grip, use pliers, or look for the wrench. It's a giant wrench too. 22. You'll want a 22 millimeter wrench and a 14. Stick the 22 on there. I like to pull them with impacts because I think the impacts lift them straight up real nice, but that was just too dang easy. This one, I wanted to check the cog. There's one bad cog. I can feel it in my bones. Let me see if I can detect it. I'm looking for the distance between the cogs and a roughed up cog. I'm looking for the bad one. I don't see it. So I'll just change the whole cog. If I could figure out which one it was, I would use my bead. It's a bead file. I'd use a bead file. The bead file fits in between the two shafts, or the two cogs. Pop the clutch out. Let's try not to booger it up like I did last time. So let's get my copper pounding paste. And let's pop the clutch out. Yeah! I'm glad you're getting your bike though. That's fucking awesome, dude. You'll be the fastest thing in Thailand. On a motorized bike anyway. Huh. You know, nothing faster. Ouch! Love it when I do that. See how it's coming out? It'd be much faster without a copper there, but the last one I hit, I boogered it. So trying not to booger it like I always do. So when you get your bike, how long is it going to take to get your bike in one good more hit, and then I can tap it out. Give me a penny. Damn it. I need one good hit. One more good hit. I'm going to make a penny with a little ball on it that fits. So, or not a ball, but a rod that fits inside there. This one I need to change the 6202. I need more bearings. I can tell where this one got bent. Looks like it got installed with a socket. There's the clutch out. Damage to the bearing right there. See how it spins and stops. It's okay, but I don't like it. I want SKFs all the way around. Okay, let's look here. Get a screw backing out. This is why you want to split your cases all the time, guys, because if these things start spinning out and rub onto your clutch, your case is eventually going to leak. It's going to leak, man. Let's see how tight the other two were. Not very. These are the 3 bolts. There are 3 screws underneath your sprocket case. I mean your bevel, clutch bevel. Let's check the bearing on the clutch. You want it to ride all the way up against there. It's almost all the way up against there. So that's a good bearing install onto the clutch. Whoop, sorry guys. I smacked ya. Slowly collecting parts. I don't know, it'll be a while, huh? Before they get it to you. Well, hopefully you'll get it. Ken usually gets on shipping. He actually goes to the post office 3 or 4 times a week. Unlike most of us. We put off shipping forever. 31 minutes into splitting the case. Well, not really, because I spent 15 minutes working on everything else, but whatever. Get the idea. I'm 30 minutes into the show. And I'm talking to myself again, guys. The only thing holding it together is the magnet now. You do not want to break your seal. Number 13. Some are 13 millimeters, others are 14. I don't think it's a 13 or 14. Yeah, that's a 13. I'm pretty sure it's 13. Like, that's smaller. Half inch is the same thing as a 13. Pretty close anyway. Well, my bike's falling. Get out of here. I'm just waiting until it's late enough to run my power tools. 9 o'clock. If you're wondering what time that would be. Okay. Yeah, let's wedge the magnet. Other side. Yeah, not with the hammer. Not with tappa, tappa, tappa. Not with tappa, tappa, tappa. Just trying to figure out a way to wedge it. Something that's that long. Something that is that long. Wouldn't you know it, my spacer would be like that, dude. It'd be just like too short. Two spacers then. 2 spacers. Three spacers? No way. See, these are very useful. They also make great coasters. Great presents for friends and family. What are you getting for Christmas? I'm giving spacers to everyone for Christmas this year. You're all getting spacers. Let's check how the copper did. Holding the magnet in place. sandwiched in between the two pieces of copper. And it really stuck to the magnet well. The copper out. Second copper down below. Woodruff key right there. Magnet looks great. Stick it on the board. Get the second seal out. This is the spacer. See how it was rubbing before? With the copper, it does not rub. And you can move the thing up further. The puller would be nice right here. Be nice if I freaking cut it so tight. Boy, I got that one so tight. Amazing I got it on there. I wanted it tight. I was like, oh boy, I want it tight. I want it to fit perfect. And there's my magnet clamps. Okay, try not to fuck your seal up, or I will try not to. Oh, I got one Woodruff key I forgot. I hate it when I break my seals forgetting. If you forget and you pop the seal out with the Woodruff key in there, I guarantee you your oil seal will leak. How most oil seals leak is because somebody tried to remove them without removing the Woodruff key first. There we go. See how I bake this stuff? This is a stuffed case. See that? So I'll remodify the transfers the way I do. Check the stuffing. Looks pretty cool. Okay, let's go into oil leaks. Okay, we got a little oil on the seal down on the bottom, but we're dry on top. We're dry all the way to the bottom, which is an excellent sign. The oil seal, the only place I got oil on the bottom, and that's probably leakage. That's where you should see your oil. You should not see your oil anywhere here, especially right here under your clutch. You do not want to dump your fuel into your clutch. It's a very, very bad thing. This is the side that always is super tight on a ZA80. They're always tight on the magnet side, I found. But let's repair the transfer. Let's repair this. This is what I wanted off anyway. Just the two pieces. Now I can repair this, and as soon as it gets warm enough or late enough, I'll run my power tools. To pull that, I have brand new tools to pull that. Thread it to a larger size. Clean up the transfer ports. That was some of my earliest transfer port blocks right there. This is one of my oldest cases. Let's clean it up. Lock tools. But yeah, I'm into 40 minutes. What's the red stuff for? Okay, let's talk about monster blood and stuffing. I used to stuff the cases, and that is red cod from Ohio. That is the stuffing, and why it has the bubbles is I was curing it in the oven, trying to find the correct temperature. The correct temperature is about 100 degrees tops. Anything above that starts breaking it down and bubbling in your oven. So don't try and do that. This one is set for a 440. I can tell the distance, so I can put a 38 or a 440 on it. Probably the 440. I'll put that back on because the cylinder didn't get destroyed when the cylinder popped. I caught it when it was lifted up that high. Got it. Here is some M6 1.0 40s. Those are your long ones. These are your 2.5s. Those go on your covers and the bottom screw right here. That's the bottom right there. These are more 45s. That's this one right here. 45s or 50s go into here for the links. These are hardened metric, and I buy those at Home Depot. Did I answer the question what the red cod is? It is a gas tank sealer. It's what it is, Serge. In the early, everybody wanted stuff, but the problem with stuffing is I lost too much here on my transfer, obviously. I mean, my transfer was tiny. It needs to be way the hell over here, and it needs to have a large pocket like this. You know, this is some of my early work right here. The old finger press down, the fingerprint. That's the old fingerprint press down. And here's the new style right here. Double the size. Double the transfer size right there. Big difference. Old style finger press. And I'll pull that out. I'll probably pull out the this stuff. It just comes out. You can peel it off. No problem. And sand it off, peel it off, whatever you want. Usually I can just sand it here and get a little strip and pull it all the way out. But yeah, these are one of the cases I stuffed. The harder it is to tune, the more RPMs you can get on the top, but the worse your bottom end's going to be. So I tend not to try and do too many mods that hurt the bottom end. I mean, too many people have problems with a stuffed case, so I don't stuff them much anymore. You answered it. Okay, it's just stuffing. It's just regular stuffing. Everybody asks, what's a stuffing? Stuffing means that you're filling the case up more. You're trying 837. I can't run my power tools yet. You're trying to reduce the volume. You reduce the volume, better top end, better movement, less volume, worse idle, worst first quarter throttle. You need more. The slower this thing turns, the more volume you need to run at low RPMs. The faster this turns, the less volume you need. After 10K, you need very little volume because this thing is spinning so fast at 10,000 revolutions per minute. That's going to create a massive whirl spin in your case. Some of the racers cut in, instead of doing the one hole, I had Will asking me what the extra hole was for in a FA80. The FA80 is unbalanced. This is an AF80 right here. And what the extra hole in the middle of the AF80 is to 14 grams removal to try, and what that's telling you is the guy's seeing that this rod with the piston is off by 14 grams. So he's taking it in the middle. He's saying that if he's taking the weight from the middle, he's saying that the piston and the rod is lighter. If he's taking it out from the outside, he's removing the weight from the further back. But the closer in the middle, the more you're taking it off from the center. A lot of people will cut notches because they believe that that's where they want most of the weight removed, is where the piston is. Did anybody get that? Probably not. I don't even get that shit. I don't even fucking get that shit. That's why I don't fucking balance. I know. I need a stand. Blah, 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 blah. I rather work on transfers. I rather take this transfer, that's tiny, repair those, and make a transfer like that. You like that? That's fun. Let's save the bearing. Let's put some tape over it. You get shavings in your bearing, it's toast. It's so toast. Throw it away. I think I wasted about half a dozen. And not taping them. And then I'll run my power tools. Oh, almost fell. But yeah, thanks for tuning. Thanks for subscribing. That's how you split your case, man. Split your cases, guys. Split them, repair them, port them, find out where it's leaking. Check your oil gasket. Check your case gasket. Look where it is on your case. Try and figure out where it is. Blow through it. Try and figure out where the air's coming from. All that to increase power. Increase case where it holds the air better. You're going to increase everything. These are simple things that you can do to make everything work better. Have a good one. Thanks, Dread. Enjoy the rain, man. Put in a really depressing song and love some Sweet Misery, dude. Sweet Misery in the rain. Fuck yeah. Happy building, guys. Thumbs up, everybody. Thank you. Have a great one.